time. So today I'm very excited to talk about that we're going to enter the dragon soon. Enter the Dragon sounds like a Bruce Lee movie, but it's actually in 2024 on the 10th February. It's the first day of Chinese New Year. We're moving from the rabbit year to the dragon year. So let's talk about the predictions, okay? So there is a big difference between Western astrology as well as the Eastern or Chinese zodiac. So both have 12 signs. The big difference between the Western astrology is that it's monthly, right? Normally starts on the 22nd. That's why some people are born in the cups, where they're either a Virgo and a Leo, so they're in between. Uh, in the Western astrology is based on the sun, whereas in the Chinese zodiac is based on the lunar calendar. So that's why it's the lunar Chinese New Year, right? Which is coming up. So it's quite different. Is that so in that whole particular year, like coming 10th of February, the whole year is the year of the dragon. So I'll talk about that. But let's go back to the Western astrology. In fact, if you really study Western astrology, most people have the misconception that your sun sign is your real horoscope, but actually it's not true. The sun is only one aspect. There are other 7 planets, okay? So without going too much into that, just understand that when people talk about horoscope and not, they mainly mean that the sun is in which planet. For instance, the sun is in Virgo. I'm Virgo. I'm born on 4th September, so my sun is in Virgo, right? But there are also other planets like the moon. So your moon can be any of the planets, whether it's sun, in all the different 12 signs. So the moon can be in any of the 12 signs, okay? So then you have Jupiter, Saturn, Venus. Venus is all about love, right? Mars is about war, about being a warrior. Venus, again, is a love. So these are all different aspects of, if you truly understand a full Western horoscope, it actually covers not just the sun, but the moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Venus, and all these 7, 8 planets that will affect your chart. And then also there's ascendant. Ascendant is the time where when the sun rises. Where is the ascendant? So is separated by 12 hours. 12 hours, the 24 hours separated by the 12 signs. So every 2 hours it changes. So the ascendant at the particular time, wherever you are, whether you are in Hong Kong, in LA, or London, or Africa, or a certain city in Africa, it matters the time of ascendant, right? So the ascendant is quite important. It actually it has a big part to do. Now the Chinese astrology had the similar thing. They also have the 12, not many people know this, but they actually have, if you study the Chinese zodiac, they actually have the 12 signs in 2 hours again. So it starts with at 11, kind of different. It starts at 11 p.m. every night. So the hour of the rat, which is the first sign of the Chinese zodiac. Here you can see the rat is where? These are all like Italian names, right? So, oh yeah, that's the rat, okay? So the rat it starts with the hour of rat, which is from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., right? And it then goes all the way to the last hour is the 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. is the hour of the pig, which is the last sign of the Chinese zodiac. So this is quite interesting. So the Chinese also have a similar aspect of ascendant, and is by the hour. In fact, if you study the 4 pillars of destiny, you don't even have the different, you have different elements. You know, there are 5 elements. The 5 elements for Chinese are quite different from the West. The West have the earth, wind, fire, air, right? And ether, right? But Chinese have wood, have metal, have fire, have water, and earth. So each of the 5 elements are very, very important. Okay, now let me introduce you to my first sifu, and in fact, my late wife Brenda and I took from him. He is at that time the only feng shui sifu that teaches in English, and his English is excellent. So most of the time, the very famous feng shui masters or pillars of destiny and all that Chinese divinization, they don't really speak English. They cater for the Chinese or Cantonese market. But Master Raymond Low was the first, and in fact he taught in the Hong Kong University. There is the evening lifelong learning, and I took quite a few courses from him. I highly respect him. He may not be as famous as, say, Joey Yap, but I think he is very knowledgeable, and I deeply respect him. Maybe one day, if you all are interested, I may bring him to different parts of the world, like Malaysia. But he's based in Hong Kong. Okay, so let me tell you about Joe. There are some famous Chinese Zodiac authors. So one is Suzanne White, and the other is of course Joey Yap. So Angelus, our mascot, can you just type in? There are a few articles there. In fact, there's one article. I will not cover that because I only got 1 hour. It's a lot I have to cover. But there is one article that's in our website that talks about it's very brief. It's just 2 lines where they teach about they give the summary of either by Joey Yap or by Suzanne White, right? Are we okay, crew? Can we continue? We can continue, right? Okay, so yeah, so if you can put in the Zoom chat the link to that article, but I won't be covering that. Okay, so what I will be covering is the Joey Yap's Thrivers Guide 2024, and I will give you the summary. It's 89 pages, and I've summarized the key points. Okay, let me quickly go into that. So if you look at this overall chart, you can see that this is the guide, and there is 4 key result areas. In fact, in his book, there are 7 key result areas, but we will not cover that because the other 3 are not so. Most people, majority of people, will be interested in wealth, career, romance, and health. The other 3 are something like assets and family and parents and all that. So you can actually look at that. I will give you a link how to download that book from Joey Yap, and it just came out. It's very comprehensive, but I've summarized this in this key result area. Okay, so let's see. So let me just give you an overview of what we're looking at. So there are 4 key result areas, not in any particular order, but for a lot of Chinese, the first thing they always ask in 4 pillars of destiny or as a reading, they also ask about money. As you know, the Chinese are really into that, and it matters, prosperity, because money does affect everything. So the Chinese are very practical people, even, and they're very spiritual too. So wealth obviously features strongly. Then is career. Career is a bit different, right? Career is about your your career path, whatever your career is. Wealth and money is different. It's two different. It's interrelated, because your career can affect your wealth, and your wealth can affect career. And of course, your wealth can affect your health and all this. When it comes to romance, it doesn't mean you are married. Say you are married, or you already have a partner or life partner. It doesn't mean romance simply means your love life, your "头发完", in Cantonese. So romance means is how's your relationships faring? Is it warm? Is it nice? So that's what it means. Is a romance, meaning it doesn't matter what sexual preference it is, whether you're multiple partner, it doesn't matter. It's just mainly about romance, okay? And then there's health. So you can see that there are.
Don't eat carbohydrates and don't eat rice.
Who's talking?
Carbohydrate.
Hello? Can someone tell me how many people are in the room? Or maybe I just stop sharing for now. Anyone? Exton? Can you tell me how many in the room? I don't want to leave this. Exton? Oh, Wendy is here. Oh, Sunny is here. Hey, hi.
Hi, Robren. Carry on.
Yeah, it's just a small group, and it's just great that because I only did all this in 3 days, to be honest. So it was quite ambitious for me to do this.
Very ambitious.
Yeah, but totally
Well.
ambitious.
Carry on.
And I totally wanted to share this before Chinese New Year. So I said I must do it before Chinese New Year, and I told myself I'm going to do it. Thanks, Wendy. You're always supporting us. Let's go further, right? Sunny, what year are you born in? Sok Mei Ye. You born in the year of what? Unmute yourself.
Say, yeah, snake.
Oh, snake. Okay, snake. You're actually an opposite sign to me, being a pig. So actually, by right, we are opposite poles.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
by right, we can't get along together. But you know what?
Yeah.
My ascendant, my time of birth is snake, which is 9 to 11 a.m. So that's why I'm quite unique as a pig, because my ascendant makes me get along very well with snakes. In fact, my grandmother is a snake. I find that I have a lot of snake characteristics, which is revolutionary. Some of the famous snakes are Chairman Mao, Gandhi, JFK. In fact, even the wife. So they do change the world, like the snake changes the skin, right? So
Yep.
so you'd be surprised, even though I'm a pig, but my ascendant makes me able to get along with you. And
Yeah.
Wendy says she's a what? I think earlier you texted me earlier. You are
Rooster.
rooster. Oh, you're a rooster. And then, hey, from what I saw your chart, you are second best faring sign of the zodiac. The monkey is number 1. Number 2 is you. So you're in good sign. Okay. Now there are some dragons in this room. You know what is weird? Most times, say this is a dragon year, the dragon actually will not fare so well. It's very weird. For some reason, in some years, when it's your own year, you actually don't fare well. In fact, dragon is the second, the third less faring of. I'll prove to you why. Okay, let me go back to the presentation. So you can see that this is the result that I tabulated at 100%. Let's talk about wealth only, right? Let's just only talk about wealth. If not, we'll get all the place. So they only have 100 to 30%. According to Zodiac, there's no 20 or 10. they do have 100, which is maximum. So guess what? Goat is number one in in wealth, followed by ox, snake, rat, monkey, and dragon, dog, tiger, and rabbit. So, Sunny, you are 90% wealth. So depending on what is the key result area, it becomes very important. Is wealth very important to you? For some people, wealth is not very important. You know, like me, I don't really care much about wealth. I think it's important, but I'm okay. I don't need to buy a Ferrari. I don't need a lot to live. So in a way, I'm not so concerned about money, but money is a form and a measure of success. So, and then we have career. So monkey is 100%, and pick me. So career is very good. I think this year coming up, monkey and pig is going to do well in terms of career and going ahead. Then there's tiger, ox, snake, rat is 50%, and rabbit. To me, the dividing point between good and not so good is 70%. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the middle is between 70 and 60. So this is anything that's 70 and above is good. Anything that's 60 and below is not so good. Right? So now we have go to romance. Oh, by the way, there's also this part. Because there's 2 lines, right? Yeah. So romance, guess nobody, no sign is doing well. There's none in 100% or 90%. So monkey is good in romance, followed by rat, tiger, horse, and rooster. And snake, Sunny, you are at 70%. 70%. It's still not too bad. At least you're within the good lah. Huh? Yeah. And then for me, dragon. I know Exton is a dragon. Can I reveal? So our romance not so good, man. Yeah.
It's okay. Focus on health.
Focus on health and wealth. Oh, you're very, very encouraging. So yeah, romance. In fact, could be true because me doing the 3 AI startups, I got no time for anybody. I think if I have a relationship,
it's with AI.
My girlfriend is AI. Okay, it's my wife.
Virtual.
My virtual wife that I spend most time. So this is a joke lah. My late wife used to say, you spend more time with your MacBook than me. So it's true. It's all true. Even though we used to stay 24 hours, she's my co-partner and we used to co-coach and, we see each other for nearly 24 hours, but I spend more time with the MacBook. So health is very important. So again, no signs for 100% and 90%. Dragon is okay for health. Dragon is best for health. Just like monkey is best for romance and monkey pig for career and wealth, right? But dragon is doing wealth. In fact, wealth and romance is not very good for most. We're on the fringe, right? So the pig is on the fringe. Now, this thing may matter because, for instance, my brother, Jimmy, which I later will share if you can help pray for him, because this is a spiritual channel. And, he doesn't have any wealth and career, right? And, of course, not romance. So, for him, his most important thing is what? Is health. So, I'm at least happy that he is second best in health. You can see that the rabbit is here, but the rabbit is the least faring of the sign. Now let me go to the next slide. This is very interesting. So you can see here now I plotted out the ranking. So to me, a very good year is you got to have at least 4 out of the 7 areas. Sorry, you have 4 out of 4 areas that is 70 or higher. Okay, you follow? You have all 4 that are 70 and higher, and only Monkey for 2024 has a very good year, right? And the ranking is it total score is 320% out of 400%. It works out on an average of 80% average. So that's the Monkey is going to do well. Okay. Then there is what is a good year? A good year is 3 or more of the key result areas are, remember, it's all 3 and above are either at 70 or above. So that becomes a good year for you. So in that, there are snake, horse, goat, rooster, and pig. So the rooster, you can see that is the highest score within the good years. Technically, rooster is approaching more to a very good year. You can see that it's closer. The rest are all at 280. Goat actually, technically, on the average, should be more on the average here. You can see that. But we're all talking about average score, right? And also depends on what is important to you. Because if wealth is very important to you, goat is doing well. So it doesn't matter. It is actually not so well, that is at 2020 when you follow on the thinking. Because if your wealth is most important to you, then the goat is doing well. But the other areas is actually not faring very well, right? And then if it's career, same thing. So it depends what you are aiming for. And don't forget, there's also, if you study 4 pillars of destiny, you have different elements in different hour, the day, the month, and all that. So it's quite different. It's more complex than you think. If you do the 4 pillars, it's not just your year of just like the Western astrology. The sun sign is important, but there's also the moon. I have actually 5 planets. I got the sun. My sun is in Virgo, and there are 4 other planets in Virgo. So that makes me a super Virgo. I am like the pure virgin type of archetype, right? So things bother me, purity, right? So that's why it's quite interesting when you must study the whole aspect. You cannot just study the sun sign. If you know that you have 4 other planets in Virgo, and then your ascendant, guess what? My ascendant is Scorpio. And Scorpio can be quite evil, revengeful. It attacks you not in front like a tiger. It attacks you from behind. It stings you from behind. So I often say that my dark side is my Scorpio. And my light side is my 4 planets in Virgo and the sun. But yet, once in a while, that dark side, that Scorpio, that evil twin of mine comes out, and it gets me in trouble. So you follow the same thing, the Chinese aspect. Don't forget, if you really study, I would encourage you to study the 4 pillars of destiny, where the year is important, but then it's also month. There is also the month, the day, and the hour. So same thing as the Western astrology, it affects you, and also the ascendant. That's why I said, although I am a year of the pig, but my ascendant, my time of birth, the exact time of birth, at 10:30 a.m. is actually the hour of the snake. So I'm actually very snake as well. So that's why, it's quite interesting. So let's go back to the average here. You have the rat at 260, ox and tiger, right? So you can see that Wendy Tan, you at 290. So you're actually more towards here. But depending on what you are, if you look at overall chart, rooster. So rooster is in career. Rooster is in wealth, and a bit of health. Rooster here, and the other rooster I cannot find. Where is it? Here. So you're not too bad lah. See, you don't have anything 50, 40, 30. The worst you are is your romance, okay? But you're doing other well. You're doing quite well with career and got two very high ranking wealth. And as far as the snake is wealth is good for you, Sunny. And then you have the snake here at romance.
But health is an issue.
Health is what for you?
30%.
50.
50?
Health. 50. Yeah. Can you see?
Oh, yeah. 50.
Yeah, 50 is not as bad
Okay
as
lah, borderline
30.
case lah.
Border this 70, 60 is where it goes from good to not so good. So you are like 2 steps down lah. So time to take care of your health. Don't get too stressed out, because you know what? If you look at the overall chart, I feel that your wealth is trading off with your health. So because your wealth is doing so well,
Yeah, too much stress.
too much stress, exactly. So you told me that you, if I can reveal that you were a high-powered general manager of a big hotel chain, right? And now you want to not do the rat race, and that's why you joined AI University and
Agree.
international. So maybe initially you may find that, wow, suddenly you have this different type of wealth. It's no longer salary wealth, because wealth are different types. You have salary wealth, and then you have entrepreneurship wealth. So it's different. It's gonna be a new way of doing things, a new way of creating wealth. Before it's 打工仔, right? You're getting a salary. There's although you're very motivated, you won many awards. In fact, Angelis, you can put his bio data. In fact, you can even put that. But you're actually more in the other show, the early show, which is next Tuesday, right? So anyway, if you look at your chart, I think what's happening with your health is because if you look at the translation, is the wealth is giving you this. So then you have to, like they say lah, work-life balance lah.
Yeah, balance it out.
You have to work-life balance. So going back to the rooster, the kokokai, right? So rooster wealth is not bad, 80. Wow, career also that. But wealth, let's see where your wealth is still okay, a bit better than snake. So, to me, the rooster is quite well balanced, and it's got is the second best faring sign according to this guide, right? Okay, let's go back. So now, not so good. I'm sorry, bad news for Dragon. Exton, I know it's your year. So you can see that Rabbit, which is Jimmy, is 170, and then Dragon, and then actually Dog technically could be in the average. You can see that Dog is more in this category. So you have to look at the overall. So now let's look at Dragon. Let's talk about Dragon. So you can see Dragon wealth is 50%, career also at 50%. And health, very good for you, Exton. Health is good. So maybe you have to use, is kind of reverse from the snake. You use your health to help in your wealth and whatnot. And then unfortunately, your romance sucks lah. Okay. So maybe
focus on health and wealth first. Romance will come later.
This one you have to tell Exton, right? So so me too. Unfortunately, me and Pig and Dragon, we are in that category. Our romance not so great lah. Meaning like maybe we'll be neglecting our love. For me, I don't have a girlfriend or anyone. So of course I don't mind going for a date. So but God knows, I'm running 3 startups. It's not funny. And then not only 3 AI startups, because this is the early stages, I'm also running 2 shows. So I'm super crazy and ambitious. But this is quite important. So you look at the overall chart, then you start to, you have to look at everything, how it interconnects, how your wealth can affect your health, your romance and career, and vice versa. In fact, like a dragon may try to balance the health, because health, you're doing well in health. Unfortunately, you have to trade off with your wealth and what. Okay. So back to the rabbit. See, for most rabbits is the one that's faring the worst. But going back to my brother Jimmy, he's 72 years old. He's mentally challenged since young. So he doesn't care. He doesn't. Wealth is not an issue. Career is not an issue. Romance definitely not. So health. So in a way, I would be concerned if he is in 30%. Then it's not a good sign. So to be real honest, he for 24 days he was not speaking. So, end of last year, and I'm actually taking time off to take care of him and my mother who's 94 years old. So and it is actually at the most inconvenient time to do my startups and my show. But I want to inspire you that it's always an inconvenient time to do anything passionate or your life or whatever. You know, when the iPod came out, when Apple launched iPod, not iPad, it was 2 months, I think, after the 9/11 disaster. 2 months after that, they launched the iPod, became 50% of their products. So I will encourage those who think that, oh, I'll be ready when everything is perfect. But guess what? There's nothing perfect about anything. You have to make choices, and then you live with the choices. So of course I'm having solution. I really training a maid, a foreign maid, to help with this, and also training another agent to help with the buying, because before I did all this thing. So there are solutions to everything, and of course health you cannot buy lah. I mean that you can make more money at any time. Anytime you can make more money, but for welfare and care you can't. So in a way, that's why with Jimmy, I'm a kind of more encouraged now that I see that he's at 70%, and that in fact besides dragon, actually this whole area, rabbit, horse are okay, including the pig is okay with health, right? So same with me and Jimmy. So I'll be very concerned if it's at 30%. I'll be very concerned. Any questions so far? So this you can get a copy of this. If not, you can also go to our website, and Angelis can send. In our website, you can actually click on to the PDF and you can actually get instant access, or you just go to joyyap.com, Travis. It's quite a good book. Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
Don't worry
Wow.
about this. 風水輪流轉啊！
咩？
風水輪流轉啊！
唔明你講咩？
Don't worry about this. 風水輪流轉啊！ Every year it changes.
It's exactly. So I've done my full presentation. I'm still got 10 more minutes. I'm very excited. So I hope this helps you, because in the book it does not give you of course it gives you very detailed, right? If you go to the book, what I find is what I'm very good is connecting the dots, because a lot of inexperienced people that do feng shui or 4 pillars or zodiac, they may not understand the connection. Like why is it they cannot see the whole picture, and that's why you need to be intelligent. You don't just look at what are the facts. You have to see health, wealth, how does it affect everything, career and romance. Sometimes romance can affect your girlfriend, your wife can influence your money, your everything. So everything is interconnected. We cannot live alone, you know. So that's why this is a very good situation. Any questions, Wendy, Sunny? No.
No, I'm okay.
You're okay.
I always believe these are guides.
Yeah, it's just guide. Yeah, yeah.
Don't
Don't
take it as a
dependent.
Bible truth.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Don't think, oh my God, I'm a rabbit. I'm gonna die this year. You know, I'm gonna. I previously proven that supposed to be a very good year was not so good after all, and then some, well, like, wow, this year not good. It turned out it's pretty okay, especially towards the end or the beginning. You know, so that's why you really have to take a pinch of salt. And again, this is based on the year of your birth. It does not tell about your time of birth, you know. So for instance, if you know your time of birth, you just look, starting with red as the first sign, right? It's 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then the next sign is ox, then tiger, then rabbit, dragon, snake, right? So you just track. There is an hourly. Maybe what I do is I'll put an hourly chart in the website.